Hey, Dark Steve here with another video. Today, wanting just a little test is to see how a team of Ibras would do in the Premier League by himself. Well, of course, I can't do Ibra on himself. I can't duplicate him 11 times. But what I've done here is gone into the stats with everyone except from De Gea and changed them all to exactly to Ibrahimovic's stats. So if I have a quick look here at his attacking stats, defending skill. Now, if we go back, we can see on one matter, for example, that his attacking, defending, and skill stats are exactly the same as Ibra's, as are all of the rest of the Manchester United team. They're all strikers. The only reason the difference of ability is, I think it's because I can't change the height and I can't change the skills and I can't change like a few other things there, but the vast majority of them are set up exactly the same as Ibra's. So we're looking to find out how they can do playing against the Premier League just with Ibra. So let's get into it and find out, shall we? So the first game of the season is against Leicester, and it's in the Community Shield. So I'm going to simulate this one, as I'm going to simulate the whole of the season, but I thought I'd let this one go and we can see how they do with, like I said, the team full of Ibras. I'm quite unsure about how it's going to go so far. Well, look at that. Ibra number one is / Mkhitaryan's already scored there to make it 1-0. Oh, but they've equalised. That's what I'm worried about. Our defence is a bit rubbish because Ibra isn't that good in defence. As we can see, Man U's gone behind 2-1 to Leicester. And, equalised, one matter. So, I'm a bit confused. In the Community Shield, can you use as many substitutes as one? Because I thought you could only use 3. But I'm probably wrong, but as you can see, Man United have won 4-3 on penalties, which they should, because I think Ibra's got a 92 or a 91 in penalty stats. But there we go, they've won the first silverware of the season nice and easily with 2 goals from Ibra. And I'll carry on. And what I'll do next is I'll meet you at the 10-game mark rather than going game by game, and we can see how they're doing there. So I'll see you then. So, going into the 10-game marks, we can see Man United is in 7th place, not 10th place, and they've only lost 4 games, well actually they've only lost 2 games so far, even better. They have only got 4 draws and 4 wins, so they need to get some of them draws turned into wins, but as you can see, they have only conceded 6 goals, which is the best in the league, which I'm very, very surprised by, because Ibra doesn't have a very good defensive stat. But they're only 5 points off top place with Swansea City sitting in top. So they're in a good position. There's only Arsenal and Man City and Spurs doing better than them, who should and will possibly finish like around them. I can also confirm we're into the 5th round of the FA Cup. We've won the first 2 games. Can't remember against the first one was, but the second one was against Leicester, which we won 3-0. The highlight that I can think of, the 2 losses, is one was against Chelsea where they got smashed 3-0, which in fairness was deserved because, like I said, Chelsea have got a good attack, Ibra haven't got a good defence. And the other one was against Manchester City and they won 1-0, which I was just surprised against because I thought both of them would have smashed us even more than that. But we have got De Gea in goal, so I suppose it equals itself out. So we're doing okay at the moment. We could be doing better, but I'm quite happy with the team of Ibra. They are overachieving to where I thought they would be, which I'm quite pleased with. But I'll re-meet you at the 20-game mark and give you another. So going into the 20-game mark, we've had a bit of a disaster there. We've now lost 6 games, 20 games of the season. That's more than a quarter. And since the last time, we've lost to West Brom, Spurs and West Ham. And another team which I can't quite remember the name of. And just before I've gone into this one, we've had 2 cup games, one against Luton, which we drew 1-1 in the FA Cup. We've got a replay for that one coming up in a few games' time, which I'll give you an update on that in the 30-game mark. And we've just gone out in the semi-final to Spurs. We lost 2-1 with Harry Kane scoring a brace. I'm just going to quickly show you how the players are doing. Top scorer at the moment is Anthony Martial, followed by Ibra. So the 2 attacking normal players are doing okay. Martial's enjoying being upgraded to an Ibra-type player. And Chris Smalling's also got us 4 goals. Assists-wise, it's right across the board. And let's have a look. And don't think we've had any sentence. We've actually had no yellow cards or red cards. That's very strange, but Ibra's doing the best for us, followed by Rooney and followed by Schweinsteiger. As you can tell, our defensive players aren't enjoying themselves that much, other than, like I say, Chris Smalling, who's got 4 of the goals there and an assist. But and he's also had 7 clean sheets. De Gea, I'm not quite sure how Mkhitaryan's had one more clean sheet than De Gea. He must have been subbed off at some point during the simulation, whilst he's been playing in defence. But anyway, I'll rejoin you at the 30 game mark, and we'll see if we're doing any better. Hopefully we're further up the table again, but we'll find out. So the 30 game mark, 3/4 of the way through into the season, you can see we've recovered quite a bit. We're now into second place, simulating with our Ibra team, and we've now lost only 7 games of our 30 games. So we're getting a bit of a better record there. We've conceded the least amount of goals in the league with 22, which I'm really still surprised at with our defence of Ibrahimovic, as they're all set up for attack. As you can see on there, we've scored the third most, well, the joint. Actually, we haven't done that many. So yeah, we haven't actually scored as many as most of the other teams, but our goal difference is still pretty good. And with 57 points from 30 games, only 2 games from the top, we are doing quite well. The highlights are that we've lost 1-0 to Manchester City. I haven't got any wins that we've highlighted other than the fact we beat Luton, recovered 3-1 after that 1-1 draw with them. We then had Newcastle in the 4th round. We drew 1-1 with them, but then turned it around to beat them at home again. Beat Brighton 3-1 in the 5th round. Then unfortunately in the quarter-final we've gone out to Arsenal 2-1. So that's twice we've gone out to London teams, but oh well, what can you do? We're semi-final and a quarter-final isn't too bad. It will be perfect as long as we win the league, which we'll find out in 8 games' time what happens, and hopefully we do win the league. Let's see. So at the end of the season, we can see we've only managed to come second, 3 points away from first place in City, but unfortunately in that last game we didn't get enough points to go first with our little team of Ibras. So I want to quickly check out the stats. So I can see our top scorer is Anthony Martial with 17 goals. I think he came second top scorer in the league, so he probably enjoyed being an Ibrahimovic mould. With Paul Pogba coming with the most assists with 6, and on average our best player was Memphis Depay, with Bailey playing all 38 games and him also getting the same rating, but he also got 7 goals for a defender. That's pretty good. But as we can see, our experiment ended in second. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.